You think we're gonna get hate for this video?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what direction you're leaning toward. Gotta wait and see.
I think I'm gonna get hate for this video. I don't know what direction you're leaning towards. I guess we'll see.
I mean, we never know.
What's good, everybody? For another episode of Truth and Easy, welcome back. It's your boy Eazy.
It's your boy Truth.
And today, I have a question for you, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, what's the question, Eazy?
The question is Eminem still a GOAT?
Still?
Yes. Because I think if you ask most people would probably say
yes,
Eminem is a GOAT. But I have a counter argument to that. Now, do you believe that Eminem is still a GOAT to this day?
Absolutely.
Top 5 all time.
Top 5?
Top 5.
See, when you you say still GOAT, I say yes, but when you say top 5,
because to me, like if you're
when it comes to GOATs, it has to be top 5.
Yes.
Oh man, and it's kind of difficult to say.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
no.
Eminem, to me, has lost his GOATship. I think he's still like one of the greatest. Like he has the potential
to be.
Like, not necessarily the potential. He has the skill set to be. And like I think if you were to cut his career off after like 2009 or something like that,
I would say 2004 when he dropped Encore.
I mean, because like I was giving him a little bit of credit, but like, yeah, like if we're being real, then yeah probably after 2004 around there. But I think if you cut him off right there, I think it's almost unanimous, like GOAT. Like nobody could deny that.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, you don't get the luxury
of having that title.
Of having that title.
Yep.
After dropping, with all due respect, trash album after trash album after trash album after trash album to finally get to a mediocre album in Kamikaze, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like Kamikaze. You can go ahead and have your opinion. To me, it's mediocre. And even if it was good, even if it was a return to form, you still have to... It wouldn't be
too much to recover from the previous album.
In my opinion, your opinion. You still have to prove yourself. Because like, especially with how many artists have popped up and been so great and so excellent and have pushed the envelope forward.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get that from Eminem anymore. Like when Jay-Z comes out of his hut to make an album, he drops 444, which is a huge commentary on fame and success, and particularly in urban communities and minorities and stuff.
Yeah.
Extremely poignant. He came out to say something.
Yep.
You know what I mean? What the fuck does Revival have to say? And
I would agree. Revival is his worst album, and that shit hurt him like hell. I don't know why he was so surprised about that.
And the thing that pisses me off about that, and to me shows how out of touch Eminem is him saying like multiple times all over Kamikaze, he's like, Revival wasn't trash. The bars just went over your head. Like, get the like, ain't no bar. You have songs with like fucking Katy Perry and shit. I don't even know who the fuck's on that. Pink. Like, dog, those bars ain't go over my head, dog.
He had a lot of features that I wouldn't expect to be on an Eminem album. He went in a totally different direction with his album. And prior to that album dropping, he had the BET Cypher, where he's talking about Donald Trump and all that, and everyone was so excited about the album. It drops, and to be honest, I don't even think I finished the album.
Like, I look, I'm gonna be honest with you. The female pop singer on the hook, followed by a couple bars, like that's like 2009, my boy. You a little late to that party, and even then it wasn't a look. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, it's not what people want from one of the best. Like, nobody can deny from a rapping ability standpoint, like
he's one of the best.
Eminem is one of the best, but I think like over time, people have started to notice that Eminem really hasn't transformed his style
into this
all.
New school of rap.
Like, to me, he's still rapping the same as he was
in 2001, 2002.
Right, and to me, I think like when you are older and you gain more maturity, like you should change up.
You should evolve.
You know, you should evolve as a person. But he's still rapping about like maiming celebrities and shit like he's an edgy like 20-year-old again. It's like, dog, nobody wants to hear that from you.
You're 46.
Like,
you gotta step the bars up.
You're you know what I mean? Like, you are old enough to be a grandfather at this point. Like, nobody wants to hear this shit.
You see Haley?
I have seen Haley. I won't comment. I don't want to end up in a body bag like MGK. Like my boy MGK. But look, I think Eminem has shown that he can clear. Like, there were songs. He
can still.
Yeah, there were songs on Kamikaze. I was like I think the first 3 songs on Kamikaze, I was like,
The Ringer. He was going ahead. Bro, I was greatest. Like, and Lucky You with Joyner Lucas.
Bro,
Grammy nominated.
When I was listening to this, I was like, I think M is back. And then the rest of the album sucks. So I was like, holy shit.
I saw that tweet too, because I didn't even listen to the album yet. You're like, yo, the first 3 tracks slap. After that, it's the album, Kamikaze.
Yeah, in my opinion, of course. You can have your own opinion in the comments, but like, he's shown that he can still like do it, but like it just devolves into like the same old with him. I want him to like to say something poignant, to have something to say. I think on this album, on the first 3 songs, he had something to say. He was feeling a type of way about how the industry's been treating him, like people like me, shitting on him.
Especially with that last album.
Like he was literally talking shit to me for shitting on it. Like, okay, I get that. Like, yes, shit talk me. Like explain yourself. You know what I mean?
But he had a couple lines on that first track where you were like, why are you coming at people like Lil Yachty when he's like a teenager? You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing too. Like, I just think to get into something like that, just like what do you as Eminem,
from
one of the most prolific rappers of all time, what do you get out of dissing a bubblegum rapper?
Yeah.
Like Lil Yachty holds his pencil with a fist. Like, you don't gain anything from talking shit to that guy. Like, if Lil Yachty disses Eminem, you know what Eminem's supposed to do? Laugh. You don't give him the time. You don't mention him.
It doesn't even reach his radar. Your album.
You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, why would that ever affect you in any way?
Right.
And why the fuck would MGK's comments from like 10 fucking years ago come up now? Like,
it hasn't reached his radar.
This is just ridiculous. Yeah. Like, I don't understand Eminem's thought process here. I get that he was probably very upset with a lot of things and just took out his frustration on things that have been building up. And like, I can understand if he wants to take a general shot at like the new school and be like I see these kids like talking shit about me, but like I created y'all in a way, you know what I mean? Like, like hip hop is as big as it is. Hip hop is the biggest genre in the world right now, thanks to artists like Eminem. Like, he's a big part of that.
Big time.
Man, like, this is what you thought was it, Chief? And like, look, I'll go ahead and even say this. Kamikaze was a step in the right direction, in my opinion. I think like,
definitely,
like that is way more preferable to shit like Revival. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take that, but it's still not quite there yet. Like, there's still a little bit more that I think he needs to improve on and bring back. Like, I don't want to hear Eminem speak again unless he's got something to say. If you want to talk about your political views, talk about that. If you want to talk about how you feel society is, go ahead. If you want to talk about the hip hop industry and how you feel it's failing right now, go ahead. Just say something. Before, Eminem used to say shit. He used to talk about his addiction, his past with his mom, his troubled relationship with his girl, and how it affects his kid.
Yeah.
He used to be rebellious. You know what I mean? And I fuck with that.
Yeah.
But like, rebellion is like a very youthful thing. Like, people, like, that's something that a lot of like people that are like 20 something, you know, have. Like, nobody wants to see a 47-year-old like talking like this. Like, like that's why I think a lot of Eminem fans still like this shit, and that's completely fine because it is technically the same Eminem that they have always known. But I think like the people that are disappointed are people that are disappointed in the lack of M's progression. You know, like, I want to see M like do better, be better, and like and just have something to say outside of like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. And I think another thing that's been harming him is actually how he's been rapping. We know he's a talented rapper, but I think a lot of people are noticing that a lot of times Eminem will just like rhyme but not say anything. Like, he'll rhyme words together, and it's like, and at first you're like, whoa, that sounds kind of hot. But then you listen to what he's saying, and he's like,
what is this?
It's like nothing. It's like It's like green screen. She screams when I cream. It's like
orange, splorange.
It's like, bro, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Like what does that mean? You know, like it doesn't mean anything. Like it's worthless. It doesn't add anything to any conversation. And in my opinion, that's why I feel like Eminem does not deserve to be considered a GOAT still.
He doesn't have to prove himself anymore. Like he could just stop right now. You know, Kamikaze, the surprise album, you know, that was, like you said, it was a good step in the right direction, but it's like, what else do you have to prove? You know, like, especially with Revival dropping and then...
Yeah, that's true. Like, he doesn't have to prove anything.
He doesn't have to keep spitting. I mean, yeah, hop on other artists' songs, you know, be a feature, you know, but I wouldn't mind if he stopped.
In my opinion, to protect his legacy, I don't think he can stop. If he still wants to be considered GOAT, if he wants to win people like me back,
keep going.
He needs to drop
Kamikaze 2.
If he drops a 444 quality album,
I don't think he can do that.
I'll forgive everything.
I don't think he can do that.
If he comes out and
I don't think he has that in his arsenal.
If he comes out and has introspection, if he comes out and says something poignant and it is as quality as 444,
yeah,
to me, I will forgive the 10 plus years of trash and put him back in my GOAT conversation. But for right now, until that happens, he needs to prove himself to me again.
I would say Revival is the only trash album he dropped.
I disagree.
Because when he came back after that 5-year hiatus, he drops Relapse.
Trash.
Me personally, I enjoyed that album. He didn't like it as much.
It's not okay. I'll say Relapse isn't trash, but it's like a far cry from what he's capable of.
For a comeback, I thought it was pretty solid. Recovery, that was one of his biggest albums.
Trash.
Marshall Mathers LP2.
Mediocre.
I liked it. I enjoyed those 3 albums, especially Relapse for some reason.
You enjoyed Recovery?
I enjoyed Recovery.
Is that the one that has Crack a Bottle on it?
No, that's Relapse.
Okay, Relapse is horrible.
No, Eminem himself said that he threw it in his trash can. But I go back to it and I'm like, this album was actually, because it reminds me of the old Eminem when he was dropping the Eminem Show and Encore. For real.
To me, and here's another thing.
Yeah.
I think, like, if you are to be considered one of the GOATs, you need to have a healthy helping of classics under your belt. Okay. Like we talk about Jay-Z, the Blueprint series, Black Album, 444, probably all considered classics.
So you want me to name?
In my opinion,
he has 1,
2.
Eminem Show.
And Marshall Mathers LP1.
LP1.
Those are 2 classic Eminem albums, in my opinion. Everything else, like he might have a good album, but
it's not
to that
top
level.
Tier.
Yeah, because like
those 2 albums,
I feel like he pads his albums with a lot of like mediocrity, and I think that holds his albums back a lot.
He does, and I think that's probably the main reason why I wouldn't consider him a GOAT, because with these albums, he does drop a lot of stupid songs, and it's like, guy, you could do so much better. You could be rapping about something that actually means something, but you want to talk about poo poo caca on one of the songs on Encore. And it's like, the wordplay is there, you know, you're having fun with it, but I want to hear you spit. Like, lose yourself, Eminem. You know what I'm saying?
Like, in my opinion, Eminem just needs to, like, he needs to go back to the drawing board, man. Like, this
needs to lock himself in the booth.
This ain't it.
Take a notepad.
So, do you believe he still deserves to be in GOAT conversations?
Oh man, this is difficult for me, because like me growing up, I was listening to a lot of 50 Cent. I was listening to T.I. and I was listening to Eminem. You know, the first album that I got, it was a Christmas gift actually. It was Encore, and I would listen to it front and back. And I was listening to that shit in elementary school. You know, listening to Eminem, and like, it's crazy. So, can I consider him one of the greatest of all times? Yeah, why not? I would say, you know, I did say, you know, he has nothing else to prove. You just drop everything, you know, hop on some features. But you know what, if you're really feeling some type of way, especially since you dropped Kamikaze, Why don't you drop another surprise album and show people what you really got?
When it comes down to it, like I remember when I came to the realization
that he wasn't,
that I no longer considered him a GOAT.
Yeah,
it like shook me because like I mean I was a kid bumping Eminem too. You know what I mean? Like everybody was. That's our age, and like I think of all the greatness he had, and everything that I love, like why I loved Eminem.
It kind of just
it's all from 14 years ago, from 2004 and below.
2004 and below, yep.
Like 14 years I haven't heavily fucked with Eminem. If you're releasing 14 years of some good music, but a lot of bad, I can't excuse that. And to me, he has lost his GOATship to me. What do you guys think?
Eminem, you still got it.
Is Eminem still in your GOAT conversation? Let us know in the comment section down below. Why or why not? It's been your boy Eazy.
It's been your boy Truth.
Thank you for watching Truth and Eazy, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.